I did a little bit of updating for the build. I did get some more points and got to level 16. And so I'll talk about very quickly where we are on the Chaosmancer. So one of the things that I've noticed so far playing through on the Chaosmancer is that the fucking magical wild shit keeps procking and making all these bad effects on me constantly. I'm cursed. I'm poisoned. The screen is green. I can't see anything because there's a cast iron pot on my head. This is just non-stop, constantly going on. Now, I'm assuming, but I don't understand what all the signals mean, that good stuff is going on as well. But from a perspective of a player trying to just run around, being hit with an iron pot that I cannot negate with a blindness immunity because it's literally an iron pot blocking my eyes, to constantly get this retching sickness where everything goes green and I'm infected with some magical malady, to be cursed where I need to actually drink a remove curse potion. I mean, this stuff is constant. So what I wanted to do is sort of make my build so I would have a little bit less of these procs. So I basically reset my racial points. I did my cores. I got this here to make bad surges less bad, and then I'm going to try out this phase step, even though I don't like the fact that it only has 5 charges. I submitted on the test server that they should get rid of these charges and just make it an ability that goes off every 15 seconds. But we're going to try it out. I think the reason that they have it tied to charges is because each season does something unique. Spring gives you universal spell power. Summer gives you a 20% spell cost reduction. Autumn gives you MRR bonus and a cap increase, and then winter gives you spell pen and then increasing spell pen based on your character level. I jumped out of the Arcanum, which is fine. It's just extra spell points and spell pen. We don't really need Face Sight because I have True Seeing. And I don't have enough points without really altering the build, which we will do once we hit epics. We're going to test this all out and see if any of this stuff is worth it. But for now, to level up, I just put all the rest of the points in Fade Arc Illusionist and was able to snag Be My Eyes, which will allow me to find spell wards, any magical traps. Over here, so I should have taken this Chaos Control, but I did not take it because I want to have access to see some of the really bad stuff. Even though I did shift it with this Control 1, I didn't take Control 1 over here, because I took it over here. So this is why, you can either take it here or you can take it here. So I put the point over here because I had the racial points. I did not do this power to chaos, although I probably will experiment with that later because that just allows you to get very bad and bad surges. And my whole point is that we need to get less surges. I did decide to try this action boost wild magic. We're going to see if it actually helps us out. And then probably, I think Prismatic Mind is probably one of the best abilities in here because it allows us to do damage with our prismatic spray. Along with this here, Chaos Bolt, all these SLAs now add debuff crowd control effects. This is super useful. I'm not sold on 100% of these. One of these just makes your saving throws. You get another roll on it. This is like a changing of your spell DCs. We're just going to keep this as it is for now, but I have less points at 40 points. 14 points over here, and then 22 points over here. Probably what I'll do as we go up to level 20 is I will try to get to 32 points in this tree, and then maybe around 46 whatever points in this tree, and then I may grab Arcanum over here. So we'll see. The gear is exactly the same that I'm wearing from yesterday. Basically, I'm in the Esoteric Initiate, and my cloak is the Hallowed Trail cloak. That just gives me the Chaos damage boost, and I have a Master's Gift in my trinket to get the extra XP. I'm using a reflective bloodstone because I'm color spraying. So, oh, I did switch out for this item right here. So now I have on my shield, this comes from the Halloween event, I have a buckler with protection from evil. That keeps me from getting commanded, or, or greater commanded. Ghostly, that gives me an incorporeal defensive. And then Life Sealed is death block, which I didn't have, so I'm getting that now, and I have that slotted with a heavy fortification augment. And if we look at my Starship Enterprise shields here, I've got a bunch of defenses. They're not as good as I would like. Obviously, I want them better. But incorporeality, 10%. I have concealment at 20%, and then my dodge is 3. I need to get that dodge up. My bonus is 2. I need to get basically the dodge up, and also concealment when I cast displacement goes to 50%. I did change some spells around too. I might as well talk about that. So based on what I played around with these SLAs, the SLAs are completely fine and are Chaos Bolt, Chaos Sphere, Wild Strike, Rapid Surge, Color Spray, all of them function really well as SLAs and allow us to save our spell points. So I dropped a couple of the spells from my actual spell list. As a sorcerer, I don't have that many spells. I picked up Arcane Tempest at level 8. We're still using Prismatic Spray and autos at level 7. I swapped out one of the prismatic spells that I didn't think was performing as well as the others for Globe of Vulnerability. That will just help us when we quest. Dispel Magic is to deal with any spell wards or magical traps that we come across. Obviously, Greater Heroism, Protection from Elements, those are just basic. Prismatic Ray is a good single target version of this Prismatic Spray. I did pick up Greater Color Spray. So now I have the SLA, Greater Color Spray, and the actual spell since they're dealing damage now. So what I could do, and what I think I'll try, is I could technically like triple cast. I could do this, this, and then this. They all have the same hitbox, so if I were in a boss fight or something like that. Cyclonic Blast is really good for removing stuff on the ground that you don't want to step in, like firewalls and things like that. Chaos Hammer works, the only difference being that on this sorcerer I cannot damage any chaotic evil character with it. Basically it does no damage at all. So I have to exclusively use Chaos Hammer on something that is either lawful or neutral, ideally like a lawful evil. So it should be hammer time on a Reaper, because Reapers are lawful evil outsiders. But when I cast it on a Reaper, the damage wasn't too good. So I'm sort of not sold yet on whether Chaos Hammer is even worth taking or not. Obviously, we need to mention to our Fire Shield. Ice Storm I got just for utility. You don't really need to take it. That one could be swapped out for something else. You can always carry Ice Storm scrolls. It's good to have if you're doing a quest where you need to put out a fire or something. It's a bit of extra damage. Not really super useful these days, especially on this build, but there really wasn't much else in there. But if you were wondering, there's probably something else that would function equally as well. Sleet Storm is a really good CC if you have freedom of movement. I use it all the time. However, I haven't been using that CC because the prismatic spells are CCing, but we have it if we need it. Magic Circle Against Evil is necessary to have if you're on like hardcore, because it can save you from being commanded, but now I have that on my shield, so I probably don't need to cast this. I did pick up Haste because Haste is just super useful. Displacement is one of my, getting ready to fight a boss, I'm going to throw Displacement on myself. I did pick up False Life because I really enjoy having the extra hit points. Knock opens doors. You can always bell them or use Froggo, but I just pick up Knock anyway. That's old habit. Resist energy, I think, is key to have, and at least unless you have like really good gear with it or ship buffs, like if you had access to those old ship buffs, or if you did your house P bonuses. Like you could skip that if you did your house P, but we haven't done the house P stuff. So Snowball Swarm hits really well. It's an AoE, and it's similar to Scorch. So I prefer using that to Scorch, but it's a personal thing. We don't really need it in this build because we're using all this prismatic stuff. But I have it. I did pick up Tumble because I like Tumble. Although in this, it gives you a +10 bonus to tumbling. The way they changed Tumble, it's sort of useless now. So that is something that I've loaded up for years and years. But actually, probably now in this new meta, it's probably useless for me to take it. I always take Merfolk's Blessing, but the way that the Wild Magic surges, sometimes you get a swimming bonus as a Wild Magic surge, so I don't think it's super necessary on a Wild Magic Sork, but I usually take it anyway. The same thing with Jump. And then this Chaos Bolt is just, that would be the spell, the first damage spell that you take. I could put this on a bar, but this is the SLA. So I have this version right here if I need it, but I probably won't ever cast it. I could probably get rid of it because the SLA is so good. But I just kept it because there wasn't really anything else. Maybe I could grab Magic Missile here just to have Magic Missile. Probably some good loot in these, but I haven't read through it. I mean, I don't really need any loot. That's why I don't check it. You know, I guess I do like to get double slotted things, like getting a green and a yellow slot would be really good. Did we do all these? I have to talk to Sidoni and see. I think we did most all of them. Alright, let's see what this dude has. How many quests are left? Madstone, Crucible, and Tor. Okay, do we think that this Archer character is good enough to do Madstone? We're gonna see. Oh, and so might as well before I quest out here, if anybody's wondering, so I got the Ultimate Edition that comes with this mount here, this with the magic carpet. Obviously, the outfit that I'm wearing is the Elven one that you get from the Collector Edition. I can show you the that's a bald cap for the Red Wizards of Thay that have, it's basically, you can see on her head there's like tattoos, so it just makes your character bald with tattoos on his head. So if that was your thing, like, you can live the dream now. And then also I'll put on the Red Wizard outfit so you can see it. So that's the robe right there, and then the cloak, and I think it's all really sharp. Like, that's a beautiful cloak. And then this outfit is super elaborate. So this is from the Ultimate Fan bundle here. The bald head, the wizard robe, the magic carpet, and then the that cloak. The cloak will go with anything. That's a super good gold and white. The other really cool cape, it looks like a quiver. So that's what that looks like. That looks awesome. I love it. That looks like something right out of, like, that looks like they took it off Legolas's back and gave it to you. And then the horse for the elf bundle, like for the collector edition, this is the horse for the collector edition. Really sharp horse. That looks great. The armor looks great. The colors look great. It's just super cool. But that, unfortunately, that super cool horse is, nobody's going to even remember it because the magic carpet is just so much cooler. So we'll fly around as a bald sorcerer on a flying carpet. It's cool. You know what I want to see? We'll do a test. Can I use my Misty Step ability on the flying carpet, or will it dismount me? Okay, it did. It took me off the mount. Not all the Misty Step abilities pull you off your mount. Like Flight of Kings from Dragonlord, I'm pretty sure you can do it while you're mounted up. I don't think that's functioning as it should, but there's a few others that you can do that with. I think the Feywild Sorcerer, not Feywild Sorcerer, pardon me, the Fey Warlock. You can also do it. So one of the complaints I have about this new wild magic system is I have no idea. There's no indicator to me, and I don't know if there's something maybe in the UI that I can turn on to get some indicator on what this thing over my head is. It's showing me a boost. Maybe that's a boost in magical power. Perhaps. Maybe it's a boost in, you know, maybe we could watch. So right now it looks like all my spell crits are around 17. Like, okay, let's take Chaos, right? 311 spell power, 28% critical chance, and a boost on 5% crit damage, right? My multiplier is 5%. Let's see if that changes once this. So 311, 28, and 5, right? Let's see if this vanishes, if those numbers change.
This is a place to avoid. The crater here will drive you mad.
We're just doing R1 on this. This is a disaster. With potentially a disaster. Okay, so that buff is gone over my head. Let's take a look. 323, 28. Yeah, I mean, it does look like the numbers changed. So I don't know in regard to the other numbers. Maybe when I review this video, I could make a note of all the numbers and then keep track of what's what. But I just did get... If I look in the combat log, that thing that just appeared over my head did not show up in the combat log. So that's like my main complaint right now, is that there are things occurring that I don't understand and that they're not displayed in the bar of my effects on myself. And if I examine myself to see what spell effects are on me, there's my potion. That's a treasure potion. That's an item I'm wearing, the Crown of Snow. That's from Feydark Illusionist. Those are the boots I have. That's my shield. That's the Feywild set bonus. That's the Esoteric set bonus. That it comes from another set piece. So Wild Magic Surge 3 have a better chance. I think that's on me all the time, though. Like, I don't think that's the thing that's active, but we could be wrong. Maybe I'll look at myself in 5 minutes and see if Wild Magic 3 is still on me. Okay. We had to silence the that old giant who just groans about how achy his bones are. So this spell here, Wild Strike, functions a lot like the light pillar from Exalted Angel. The range is not as good though. Like, I cannot hit that thing from here, but see the range on it. So you see, I have to get pretty close. The other thing I notice is that Galanda Distillate drops a lot as like a product of the magic, which is pretty cool. So I just did an Arcane Storm. And if you haven't played around with Arcane Storm, it is really, really a strong spell. Sometimes these spells do no damage at all. Like, I hit him with a Wild Strike and he took 0 damage. So I'm not quite sure why that is. It has to be something. Maybe he's immune to the damage type during that particular surge. I don't know. But I do notice that a lot of times that I'll cast it and they will just take no damage at all. And so there's another effect on me. We're going to take a look. Yeah, see this Wild Magic Surge 3? That is just something that's on me all the time. So I have no idea. Like I said, this is not indicated anywhere that I can see it, but maybe somebody knows. Maybe there's something in the... See, he took no damage from that. So I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. I don't understand why they don't take damage sometimes. I don't understand what the buff is over my head. I'm sure it's easy to understand once we know what they are, but just sort of trying to understand icons in a video game. Like, I see the down arrow, I'm assuming it's bad. Like, one's pointing up, one's pointing bad, but I really have no idea what they do. So that was a good hit. Oh, the other thing too that I've noticed, right? And I don't know if anybody else is playing a Wild Sorc. Random Prime subscriber. Hey, that's cool. The buff over your head indicates a good surge or a bad surge. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. So obviously, if it's pointing up, good surge. Pointing down, bad surge. Okay. One of the things I've noticed is that I have been seeing a ton more Reapers. So I'm hoping that they didn't increase the amount of Reapers that you see based on the bad surges. Because that would be super lame. Like I said, like, who's going to want to invite a Wild Sorcerer to a raid if you know that the Wild Sorcerer is going to make it so that you get 20% more Reapers? Nobody's going to want to do that. You know, that just doesn't make any sense. You're trying to mitigate that sort of stuff. So I'm assuming because the arrow is over my head is pointing up that I'm in a good surge. Got stunned. Still stunned. Alright, not stunned anymore. That did no damage. Again, like, the consistent damage dealer is the level 1 Chaos Bolt. This one sometimes does nothing. This one sometimes does nothing. Always Prismatic Spray is great. Color Spray is great. Arcane Storm is great. That's why I took it, but... just experimenting with some of these new spells. Like, this is completely unreliable. It's probably the worst one, Chaos Sphere. The hitbox on it's bad. The way that it arcs up and comes down, like, the range on it is super small. So, like, you can't be very far away and hit anything with that. And this is another thing. So, like, I cannot cast spells right now because I've got the Madstone on me, but it just reminded me, like, a lot of the wild surges that I get, like, put, like, touch of idiocy on me, which reduces my charisma. And it doesn't seem like there's any way that I can mitigate that. This is the curse, right? This is the curse that I was talking about. Like, I'm constantly cursed. Here it's wild magic bad luck, right? Okay, so here, now I have to remove the curse. And this is just, like, constant. I still am waiting for the Madstone to wear off so I can actually cast. That has nothing to do with me being a wild sork. That's just part of what's going on here. So it looks like I got a surge to have damage reduction. So they gave me damage reduction 1, which is extremely low. Like, there isn't really anything that 1 is going to stop. I think that should be like 5. Personally, I think it should be 5. But... Oh, and there's another proc, fatigue. So you're either cursed, fatigued, poisoned, blinded. Like, it's just constantly rolling through these bad effects that I'm always removing from myself. I can scroll cast heal, but it's just annoying. It's like, compared to another Sork, that my damage is not that crazy that I would feel like if I were going to main a Sork as a DPS in a raid, that I would just pick this over like Air Elemental, where I have a fast movement for my Air LE. I'm not sure if you still have access to these Chaos spells, but there is another one, like I attacked him with this and did no damage. Wild Strike, I'll do it again. There, again, no damage. So I'm not quite sure why that is. There's nothing written in the spell description that explains why it might not do damage. But that's the level 1 spell. The level 1 spell always just does the flat chaos damage. So it's like solid. And there's the curse again, I'm cursed. So you can see, like, it's just a never-ending, you're constantly, like, healing yourself and drinking. You probably got to carry around like 300 curse potions. So far, like, now I'm fatigued. There, I did that chaos thing. He took 0 damage. Maybe it's because we phased him out or we turned him into a rat that he took no damage, but the level 1 spell still is doing consistent damage. Here, we'll do another one. That one did great damage, but that thing that killed him was the level 1. Now I'm phased out of reality. I'm in, like, the Shadowfell. I'm not sure if that means that I cannot, like, interact with any mobs, but we'll see. Alright, that was that spell. He took no damage. Level 1 spell killed him, though. Here, I'll do another cast of this Wild Strike on that dude. That one worked. Here's the, So I want to show you why the Chaos Orb spell. So we'll try to get far away from him. That hit him and killed him. But you see how it like lobbed short and hit right in front of him? It's such a weird hitbox. Okay, we're gonna have our hireling help us. We're gonna make this dude invisible. It's good, because she'll, with the bow and arrow, she'll tag him right away. So that's something we figured out the last time that we did this. We have to make the giants invisible. Otherwise, you just get too much aggro. I cannot figure out why that spell is not doing any damage. We have all the meta magics on it. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it hits really well. I'm wondering if it's like a wild effect or something. So see, again, did no damage to him. And that one did no damage. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to stay apprised of what the situation is. If we read the description, surround the target with rainbows dealing chaos damage every 2 seconds for 8 seconds. Mobs in that effect take a random effect. Well, you'd think that that would, you know, do exactly what it says it's doing, but it's not doing it. We'll do the on that dude there. Now that he got vorpaled by this, my bow user up there, that hireling has a vorpal bow. So that's what killed that dude. But the spell that I cast did nothing. There, another one, it did nothing. We'll do the orb. Yeah, I mean, it's just extremely... I did it again, nothing happened. I don't know. You guys get the point. Like, it's just super frustrating. The best spell is the level 1 spell. I just got something called Mana Leak. Your spells are 10% more expensive. Okay. Alright, let's go. That's not a bad surge. At least it's not blinding me. We haven't seen the iron pot. We will. That'll happen to us when we are in a situation where we really need to, like, be paying attention. All of a sudden, we'll get the iron pot. So here, we'll do the wild one on that. So that did good damage. When it works, it's really good. And the orb does the same sort of thing. Chaotic orb that explodes on impact, dealing damage per caster level to targets. And then I have it set so the damage does random CC effects. I mean, to be honest, the best one is color spray. That's like consistently super good. I got fatigued, but I removed the fatigue immediately. Let's use the shrine, even though I'm doing pretty well on mana management. So that's one good thing, though, that the managing mana is really been easy because the SLAs are so cheap. Okay, might as well buff up a little bit. All right, that worked. That was a color spray. It almost killed both of them. That did no damage at all. It did apply a curse. But actually, maybe that curse was applied by the bow using hireling. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to put her, since she's got a bow, I'm going to put her up top. So I should be in a beneficial surge at the moment, since it's pointing up. Okay, so you should be there. Hopefully she just targets that thing. Alright, he's invisible. Okay. Too much pain. Who's attacking him? Did something go up the other side? Yeah, right here. Alright, she should be able to tag them with her bow and arrow. Took 36 damage from my spell. Okay, dude. Is she attacking that? Alright, I've got him targeted. No, it's way too difficult to do what I'm trying to do. I want to target that dude and then have her attack. Oh, she's dead. That's the problem with her. How did she die? Was it this dude? Kind of shocked she died. She's usually really good. More 0 damage. Yeah, I hope they fix whatever it is that's wrong with that spell. Like that. I mean, it's just, I'm basically just wasting mana because it doesn't do... Too much pain. I must start again. I'm gonna make him invisible. There. Okay, now he's invisible. Where is my hireling? Oh, is she following me? Yeah, this quest is super difficult now that they made it so that these mobs just start retargeting. You used to be able to just aggro a bunch of them and they'd stay fixed on you, but now they, like, reset. Gonna leave him. He's on me. Hopefully he's on me. He should be on me. Don't see anybody over there. Alright, the troll. Yep, okay, I've got the troll. There is something up top I need to go. Okay, hopefully I can keep this war mage on me. Okay, great. Alright, that dude. I tried. Okay, got him. Alright, hopefully he comes at me, even though he's blind. The ogre on me still? No. Come on, man. There you go. I see somebody attacking the giant. Oh, he did it. It's amazing. Okay, my hireling is still alive. I'm gonna leave that dude who got turned to stone. That is a really good way to do this, actually, probably, now that I think of it. You could probably just get a bunch of scrolls and turn everything to stone. That would probably be easy. Especially if you had a high enough DC. So that one worked pretty well. Yeah, like short range, it's not bad. So first impression, is it Dragon Lord awesome? No. It's, some of the conditions are super annoying. We haven't seen the black pot yet, but that's probably the most annoying. Just because you can't, it's like a blindness effect that you can't mitigate. Don't think my hireling needs to. We might as well shrine though. think I shifted into the Shadowfell. Yeah, so far it feels a lot like trying to make the guidance of Shar work. Just that random. Who is attacking? Is there a Reaper? Yeah, yeah, alright, there's a Reaper. Yeah, the only bad thing on that little dart, the first level spell, is sometimes the hitbox, they can just move right out of the, you know, just sidestep it. So that one worked. That killed him. That's great. We'll do another Wild Strike. That worked great. So I'm wondering if maybe if I'm under the effect of some Wild Surge that the spells become less potent, or they just lose their ability to do damage. Maybe that's what we're seeing, because now it's working. I've got some sort of thing surging under my feet. And that all looked really good. That damage looked really good. We'll hit the skeleton with the chaos thing. Yeah, see, no damage. So I'm not sure if I'm back under that effect or what's going on. From a perspective of somebody playing, though, like, okay, that did damage, but now I've got that magical malady I have to remove. It's very, just inconsistent. And, you know, in most games you need consistency, especially if you raid. Right? You need to know that you can consistently deliver damage, you can consistently deliver yourself, you know, stable, like not gonna die. They need to be able to leave you somewhere and know that you're not going to be, you know, slain by some random magical effect that takes you over. Like, suddenly if you're cursed or diseased or sickened or blinded or whatever, like, it just seems like it would be super impractical to play this class in any setting where you have a group relying on you. And I'm just trying to keep it real, right? Like, I'm trying to be as honest and, you know, as I can about my experience. I just cannot see a situation where somebody would want to play through something that was so... It had the potential to just be so random. Now, if you're just questing by yourself, it doesn't matter, right? Like, who cares? But if you're in a raid and they're relying on you to DPS at a certain level... I think they're all on me. You know what I'm gonna do? Put myself displaced. We just basically need to help her out down there with some damage. And I need to keep myself alive. My, ability to heal myself is, you know, I'm in Reaper, so not really doing that much. They're kind of out DPSing my ability to heal. But it's okay, as long as they're attacking me. I could always jump off and go and heal up if I needed to. Which is probably what I'll do. I'm probably going to do that right now. Just, I'll have her spot heal me. Okay, give me a renewal, lady. I'm not sure. She might have Madstone, so she can't cast, so I don't know. Oh, I heard the unicorn. That's the heal unicorn. There we go. This is the best thing about the new system. This little heal, the heal bot unicorn, it's awesome. So cool. Oh, that's it. We're done. Well, that was super easy. The third one is a lot easier than the second one. Just gonna leave all those mobs up there too. I don't really care. Yeah, she's got the Madstone curse on her. I just heard it. That's why she's sort of standing still, not doing anything. There we go. All right, so we're almost done. We are going to just run in and throw an Arcane Storm right on ourselves. There we go. Arcane Storm. It should just melt everything. Okay, that caster phased out. They do like a blink or something. We can't target them. And it's not worth waiting. He'll follow us up. Just gonna do the same thing again. Gonna drop an Arcane Storm right on myself. We're gonna do a surge. We'll do a boost. And here it is. This is Arcane Storm right there. And it's eating him up pretty quick. Yeah, we're gonna do a, oh, am I under the influence of... Not sure if I can cast. Yeah, I got cursed. Got some... Oh, I got cursed and I got that poison packs thing on me. So you can see what I'm talking about. It's just extremely inconsistent. It's sort of very annoying with the negative effects. The negative effects, in my opinion, outweigh a lot of the positives in the sense that while they may not matter to us soloing, were I in a raid where somebody was relying on me, if all of a sudden I had to say, well, I got a magical disease and I wasn't able to do what you asked me to do. Now, yeah, you can just carry scrolls and potions and just get the stuff off of you immediately. It's not like the stuff is permanent, but... you know, it's annoying. It's just something that is annoying. Nice. Yeah, the reason to do this is because this quest gives so much XP, even though it's such a pain to do it.
Where are you going? Hunting for gold that is flowing. Somewhere in the cold world, here there is no knowing. Hey la, oh la la la. We love if there's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. Where are you going? There's no knowing what magic awaits, what evil is growing. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Oh la la. Hunting old crypts is folly. Just play games and be jolly. Magical treasures hide in the dark, so rest in it and bark. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la. We love games. Hey la, Mary la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey la, oh la.